Hello world, it's Prey 5 Qapla, and welcome to a Tuesday edition of Space Engineers. Now I know, Tuesday has always been City Skylines Day, and I agree. I feel like I should have been doing City Skylines today. However, since I only have about an hour before I need to end because of physical therapy, and I already had Space Engineers open, I said, let's do Space Engineers today, and we can do City Skylines on Thursday. We'll swap them out. It seemed to work for me. It seemed to work for the whales. So it was better for everyone. Joseph Patrick was characteristically early, saying, watching it and waiting, and the book was way better. Then Joseph says, kill Potts, Qapla, S.O.B. Martin. Yes, so Joseph did read the description. Thomas Potts, oh shit, I'm falling. Thomas Potts earlier today in Space Engineers. Now, this is not on the anti-server. This is a local game where I'm testing my new design. For the S.O.B. Martin. Now, let's see. Admin tools, creative tools, time of day. Where the hell am I? No! F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. There we go. Okay. So we made a daylight here, so you guys can see what's going on. Now I've had this S.O.B. Martin aiming its laser down through the planet, just curious if we would actually be able to drill through the entire planet. So I put a surface GPS marker over here. And I figured we will fall into the hole. We have to fall into the right hole. And just out of curiosity, we'll wonder how far down does this actually cut. And while I'm holding this, I will read some more comments. Anti-Tracker says, greetings, IS. Azine says, hello, Bird of Prey. Hello, Azine, and greetings, Anti-Tracker, if IS means, I'm not sure. Cinnabon Bunny says, hello, Cinnabon. Shronmore says, greetings, Bird of Prey. Mamo Prey 5 and fellow nerds, greetings, Shronmore. Jason Link says, Alpaca Bird. Alpaca Jason. I guess alpaca is a greeting now. I believe we are... Okay, we're only 2.5 kilometers. We're 2.5 kilometers from the surface and still going. This has been running for probably 15 or 20 minutes. So I'm guessing however far down it does get is the max range of the heavy cannon. Commander Shutter just got the notification. Hello all. Well, I just started Commander Shutter, so notifications worked. Shromore says, in greetings to Sassy, chaser of the cats, eater... It's not the... Oh, did we hit the end? No. Chaser of cats, eater of squirrels, stalker of cardinals, and defiler of cushions. I'm sorry. And scourge of the squirrels. Excuse me. I was trying to fly and read at the same time. Something quite bad for anybody, but especially me. And I seem to be aiming back at the surface because the numbers are getting closer. So, great. We were going backwards. Wait, is this the end? Is this it? Is this the end? Is this as far as it gets? It only gets here and no further? So this is it. No, wait, it's still... No, that's the surface. So... Yes, okay, here we go. So, We are... five kilometers. 4.99 kilometers from the surface. So the heavy laser does 5 kilometers if you give it enough time. Here we go. So we've got our answer. Anti-Trigger says, greetings from TOA, the Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, where I'm yelling at doctors and nurses. Well, you should yell at them. Make sure they do their jobs. Josh Street says, down with Bird of Prey 5 until Kuroga makes him change his name to spinning, singing, showing emotion. Spock. Oh, well, that's not going to happen. Shromore says, in greetings to Anti-Tracker, evil leader of Turdistan, indeed. Commander Shatter says, I brought the ring and will drop the question in December in Leavenworth, Washington. Should we have a Klingon wedding? Lol. If she's into it, of course, but probably not. And you certainly should not have the Klingon bachelor party of, you know, pain sticks and fasting. That did not sound fun. Joseph Patrick says, I was reading the description from yesterday and it switched to the new one. Ah, yes. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello and Qapla. Hello and Qapla, not Ryan Johnson. Commander says, Bird of Prey, destroyer of worlds. Lol. Joseph says, hi Joe, Mamo Prey, Sassy, and the flock. Just not to forget, I called my bank today. Where is my card? They forgot to send me one. Idiots. Sorry about that, Josh Street. Sorry about this, Joseph. Josh Street says, Anti-Tracker, don't yell too much. You don't want to lose your voice. That's true. Kick the wall with your bad leg? Yeah. Mamo Prey is saying, kick the wall with your bad leg for some reason. Josh Street says, Bird of Prey, it's 4.9. Yeah, 4.99 kilometers. Joseph says, lick the thumb till it turns blue, and who licked the other thumb? Fix it, you monster. We've got a thumbs down. It's probably Anti-Tracker. Anti-Tracker says, bird just hit X and fall to the bottom. Well, I could have done that, but it's not exactly facing the center of the planet. Dado D, welcome to Do D. Hello, Qapla. Shromore says, Anti-Trigger, hope your knee has improved and you are not in too much pain, as do I. Robert Adams loves Star Trek. I do as well, Robert Adams. We've got more Star Trek videos coming up. I'm waiting. October 10th is the second short track. The Trouble with Thomas, I think. Thomas Potts. I think that's the name of the short track. And I will review both short tracks afterwards. Like last time I did 2 short tracks to a review. I think that worked out well. So I'll try to get that review out this upcoming weekend. And I'm also working on my worst episodes of TOS, although I might just throw in the towel and say I can't. There are no terrible episodes of TOS, none that deserve to be called the worst. And we might just move on to the 5 best TNG episodes. It is far, far easier to pick my 5 favorite episodes than 5 terrible episodes, especially from TOS. There's just none. Anti-Trigger says, it looks like I may have an infection at the surgery site. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. Okay, but I skipped some chats. Well, let's read Anti-Trackers because it's serious. It looks like I may have an infection at the surgery site. Also, I never got on my medications due to the idiots not being able to make an effing phone call, so I could be dealing with a blood clot. I guess, and it's a tough decision. You don't want either, but oh my god, Anti-Trigger just sent me a picture of his leg. Yeah, could be either, I gotta say. Could be either that redness The redness, it doesn't look terribly infected. Although, is that yellowing underneath, or is that just bad lighting? I'm not sure. Jesus, did you shave your legs, man? I think Anti-Trekker shaves his legs. That's anyway. I guess I'd hope it's an infection that's easily treatable. Because that would be safer than a blood clot. Shromore says, Anti-Trigger, hope your knee is improved and you are not in too much pain. Well, hopes not so much. Oh, I'm on top chat. I have to switch to live chat. Do not forget to switch to live chat, everyone. Yosef says, Anti-Trigger, behave like you were the worst customer. Relief, pain, and frustration. Robert Adams says, Klingons are cool. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Nicole says, oh crap, what the greater chaos is Bird up to? I'm testing a new ship, Nicole. In fact, let's start heading back to the surface while I read more comments. And then Anti-Tracker talked about his leg, not looking good. Not Ryan Johnson says the Alpaca Tracker. That would be a much better name. Joseph Petrick says 2 thumbs down. Oh well. Jason Link says Bird of Prey, no free healthcare in Karoga. Huh? Time for a coup. Free healthcare. That just means that taxpayers pay for healthcare, because the only way to have truly free healthcare is to make doctors into slaves and force them to work for free, and to force drug companies to make drugs for free, and to force, diagnostic companies to build MRI and CAT scan machines and give them away for free. That is the way you get free healthcare. So you are correct. There is no free healthcare in Karoga, because that would just be chaos and nobody would do it, and everybody would just get sick and die. That's what would happen. Robert Adams says, liked from me. Thank you, Robert. John Street says, okay, Bird is in a hole. Time to backfill the hole. Bury him alive. I've made it to the surface. It's hard to see the the S.O.B. Martin is facing down, obviously. It is an impulse ship. It's got several cryopods in case we take a crew. We've got a ton of storage space. We've got all of our fanciness and whatnots back there. We've got we can view out the front, but we also just have a cockpit for some extra security. So let's shut. Well, we can watch the laser as it cuts through the ground as we level off. Okay, we'll shut off the laser, and I'll give you guys a good view. So the main mission of the S.O.B. Martin is to hunt down and destroy Thomas Potts. Thomas destroyed me today as I was taking a shipment of fresh orphans from the restaurant in the game. I was clearly under a banner of peace. We had sick orphans who were coming to Kuroga to be healed because Turkestan just tosses them to the streets. And in fact, Turkestan had said you can come pick them up. So I went to pick them up, and I was headed back to Kuroga, but I was going to take a pit stop at the moon to see if they had any offense at the moon. And then Thomas started following me. I turned around thinking it was pirates. I noticed that my left Sassy is very upset. I noticed that my left gun wasn't aiming forward, so I went into the control panel. Oh, Sassy. So I went into the control panel to turn the gun manually, and by the time that had happened, Thomas had already opened fire on my vessel, which we had taken no offensive measures, and his first hit destroyed the cockpit. Actually, it wasn't a cockpit. It was a control chair right in front of a window, taken out with the first hit. And I died, and all the orphans got vented into space. This now is revenge. We will revenge the fallen orphans. Also, we had a shipment of very, very rare Turkestani pandas. Now, Turkestani pandas, for as horrible as Turkestan a place, as horrible as it is, Turkestani pandas are a beautiful and endangered species. They're endangered because Turkestanis have been, they get so hungry they eat their pandas. So we try to bring some to Kuroga to save the species. And we had a handful of Turkestani pandas on board, and they also were unfortunately killed by Thomas, although not in the initial attack, but after he boarded what was remaining of the ship. We recovered the black box, which had the video footage. It was much too graphic to show on YouTube, but you could see that the Turkestani savagely ate the pandas right alive, right out of the cages. Very, very unfortunate. Also, I didn't want to have to say this, but they also mistook one of the orphans for a panda. So it was pretty bad. Thundercats Ho, three thumbs down. What did you do or say this time? Well, all I could imagine was I've been on Twitter, and people were posting about, oh, how great Star Trek Discovery is and whatnot, and I had to say I had to fill them in on the truth about Star Trek Discovery, and there were some people who were quite upset at me. Now granted, I didn't use any insults in my posts at all. There were no insults directed at any Twitter users.
Just fix that damn thing.
But of course, as you could expect, the Discovery people, their replies were filled with personal insults. Thank you so much to John Araki with a $1 super chat. Greatly appreciated. So maybe some Twitter people followed me here and are thumb downing the video, in which case that's great. I'm happy to hear. I'll take the thumbs down. Yeah, Mamo Prey wants to make sure everybody else is thumbing up. Jason Link says, Anti-Trigger, damn sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, Mom, you weren't here. Anti-Trigger may have an infection in the leg, possibly a blood clot. They're not sure. Yeah, Mama Prey says, then don't kick the wall. Nicole says, short bus track. I call the new track Star Trash. I could see that. Alexander Brooks says, hello Alexander. Yosef says, Anti-Trigger, sorry to hear that. Nothing can be easy in your life. Arg. Robert Adams loves TOS, TNG, DS9, and Voyager. Not Enterprise, Robert? My favorites would be TOS, DS9, Enterprise, TNG, Voyager, in that order. None of them are terrible, believe me. I mean, they're all good. I'm watching Voyager on BBC America in the background right now, muted. I have no problem with it. It's still a good show. I just prefer the others over it. But it's not bad. The only bad Trek show, well, the only bad Trek shows we've ever seen have been from CBS All Access. Star Trek Discovery, and now this Short Tracks, which is apparently its own series. Jason Links' leftover sponge strikes again. Ugh. Nicole says, Adjury site is shaved if there's hair. Oh, a surgery site is shaved if there's hair about. It looks like he shaved a little more than he needed to. I think he enjoyed the shaving. Alexander says, blood clots are scary. I hope you feel better. Yes, they are. Not Ryan Jackson says, Anti-Trigger, can't catch a break. Hope it all works out. Anti-Trigger says, yeah, they're taking me to another location now to get an ultrasound to look for clots. Damn it, Anti-Trigger. I feel for you. Try to get them to shoot you up with something first, because they gotta push pretty damn hard when they do those ultrasounds. But I assume you know you've had your share of medical issues. More than your share. Robert Adams says, Bird of Prey Burrell class is my favorite ship. Thank you, Robert Adams. You are a very, very smart man. Yosef says, Anti-Trigger can sue the hospital for millions and millions. He will be rich and do YouTube full-time. Well, Yosef, if he can, more power to him. If in my case, that was not possible. Was not possible. No lawyers wanted to take a case that had 3,000 pages of medical records. It was just way too complicated, way too much stuff. They all want quick cases. They can take a settlement and move on to the next one. John Street says, Lowell Thomas was hunting for Bird of Prey today. Good one. Jason says, Anti-Trigger, we're all pulling for you. Take care of that leg. Your fans will still be there when you've recovered enough to climb stairs and get healed first, bud. Yes, we will. Mr. Miles says, Anti-Trigger, stay strong and try to remain calm. Cost and stress don't mix well. That is true. Anti-Trigger says, Joseph, that'd be nice. Clots and stress don't miss nice, says Mr. Miles. John Street says, I wonder if Sassy is paying for him for every died bird of prey by the pound. I wonder if Sassy is paying him for every died bird of prey 5 or by the pound. I don't know. Sassy paying Thomas? It seems like we got a word or two off there, Josh Street. Stromos is Anti-Trigger praying for you. Hope things work out. Robert Adams says Star Trek is superior to Star Wars. Absolutely. Hector says, wait, I don't see him in the players list. I'm not on the server, Hector. Yes, I am playing a creative game. I'm sorry, you weren't here maybe. But I started out saying this was a local game. We're testing it locally first. Joseph says Robert Adams and Spock can sing a song about it. Totally agree and welcome. Agnes says, or he's in mod God mode. No, I'm not in God mode. Not a cheater. Life with Matthew says Qapla, bird of prey and all. Qapla, life with Matthew. Mr. Miles says Panders, lol. Joseph says Qapla, life with Matthew. Shromore says, wait, bird of prey, you mean Thomas Potts killed the replacement yellow cake uranium orphans? We needed them for the mines. Robert Adams says, any STO players here? Not me, but I believe there are some. John Street says, Bird, are you sure you didn't show the starving Karogans for Turdistanis again? I'm pretty sure he didn't swap them. Not Ryan Johnson says Thomas Potts alpaca killer, definitely. Agnes says, Bird of Prey, play as a normal player in Anti-Tracker's Space Engineer server. Well, Actor, it's going to take me hours to build this ship once I get back into the game. And I only have about 35 minutes left in this stream. So, we're testing it on a local server. In fact, we're going to move to a survival game to make sure the ship can fly and do the stuff it's doing without unlimited power. I have a Defiant warp core in this thing. And we'll see if that's enough power to power the shields and the weapons and all those good things. In fact, let's save the game. Yes, save progress. Exit to main menu. We'll start a survival game. New game. Custom game. Earth planet. Survival. Offline. Mods. Pretty much all of them. I don't know what this one is. We don't need that. We don't need the stackable wind turbine. We don't want the mining laser. We don't want the paint gun. We don't want to disable those. The speed plus, impulse, HUD text, ultimate warp core. No, we don't want uranium and ice. And we don't want the Stargate mod. Okay. And advanced, we'll put these up to 10, even though we'll max everything out. This should just be an option for max. Infinite, normal density, arcade, limit, good. Total PCU. Okay. Good. Auto healing, yes. Delete respawn ship. Enable spectator. Enable copy paste. Whatever. Show player names. Reset ownership. Permanent death. Thruster damage. Cargo ships. In-game scripts. Yeah, we can do in-game scripts. Enable sun, unsupported stations. Enable no wolves. No spiders. And we'll enable the economy. Okay. We'll let it build its world. T-Berg, if it is I, the restaurant. It is I, the restaurant defiler. You turned it into Karoga Joe's. Actor says, hi, defiler. Mike Richards says, Bird of Prey is starting trouble again. Actor says he isn't starting nothing because he isn't an anti-tracker server. That's true. Yosef says, Discovery is the best Star Trek for viewing on a streaming service. Voyager's Threshold is an Emmy-winning episode. And John Araki says Star Trek: The Next Desecration. Miss Mouse says he almost forgot. First! Robert Adams is Captain. James T. Kirk, #1, indeed. Thundercat says Anti-Triggered sounds like they are playing the game called It Could Be. Schroenmore says Quantum first. T-Berg, sorry I tried to sell the Bird Killer. That Bird Killer's a shitty ship, T-Berg. I looked it over. I was gonna maybe buy it. It's got no cockpit. It's got no control chair. It's got nothing. What's it, remote controlled? It's just weapons around a reactor core, best I can tell. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's see. I've got to... Okay. Alt F10. Admin tools. We'll put creative mode on. Sure, we'll make myself invulnerable. That sounds good. Okay, now we can paste in the S.O.B. Martin. Not available in this world. What blocks aren't available? The lasers? Son of a bitch! I thought I put the lasers on. Well, let's see. Let's see if... Let's see how it works without the lasers. Inventory. The warp core. 29K. Oh, it's still going in. Huh? Wait, what? Uranium. All the uranium is in here. Why is it going up? Okay, it's going down. 29.7, 28. No, it's going up. How is there more uranium going in the warp core? Where is the uranium? Oh, it's coming from here. Okay. Okay, 50K of uranium. How much is it going down? Well, let's check the control panel. The warp core. It's outputting 930 megawatts. Jesus Christ, it's almost a gigawatt. However, it's putting out that much because it's charging our bunch of batteries. We do have quite a few batteries. Once these batteries are full... No, these batteries are full. Really? It's outputting all that stuff just for these impulse engines? We have all the batteries off. Without the lasers on. The Defiant Warp Core. Okay, 44.8 megawatts. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So then what happens if we put on the batteries? these batteries are pretty much full. These were all made in creative mode, and I had it on for a while, so they all should have filled up in creative mode. So there we go. Okay, current output. It's weird that the current output doubled just to keep the batteries charged that are already charged. Though that's still quite a, that's a livable amount. So, yeah, it's going down a bit slower. 5, 5, 4, 6, 3, 7, 2, 9, like 8.5. 8.5 grams. But without the lasers, we don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, let's save the game and see if I forgot to enable the lasers mod or if I just don't have it. It's directed energy weapons. Exit to main menu. Miss Londell's groovy movie says Qapla, Qapla, Miss Londell. Joseph says waxing legs last longer than shaving. Just saying. Robert Adams says only 7 or 8 episodes in Star Trek's Picard. Well, I don't know. Don't know if it's good or bad yet. Time will tell. Time will tell. Edit settings. Mods. Huh. Really? I didn't have lasers? Okay. We'll go to the workshop. Directed energy weapons. I think this is it. We'll see. We'll see. Return to the game. Refresh. Directed energy weapons. Okay. Okay. Load. John Araki, oh man, I hope they don't put Anti into a medically induced coma and he wakes up partially disabled. I mean, more partially disabled. I mean, like Berg. I agree, John Araki. I hope they don't do that either. Yosef says, Robert Adams, they were talking about 10 hours, so now it's less. Maybe they're longer episodes. Nicole Malone says, I like USC heavy cruiser class, but came up with it, so lol. Get it. Mike Richards says, God made a jackass for practice, and then he made lawyers. Joseph says, 23 watching. If your thumb is gray, you did not smash it hard enough. Hit the thumb. Mr. Miles says, my order of Trek series from favorite to least favorite. Voyager, TNG, Enterprise, Orville, DS9, and then TOS. Mr. Miles, you are causing Anti-Trekker to have an even bigger medical condition right now by you saying that. Do you have no feelings? Poor Anti-Trekker. You're putting TOS at the bottom. Oh. Let's try this again. The Martin. Yes, okay. Now we've got the one with the lasers. There we go. Okay. So let's do this. G. I don't know. I don't know where any of these weapons are on the ship, but we'll put a couple of them. And control and the heavy laser. There we go. Control. Okay. So let's turn the ship. There we go. There we go. Well, let's see where. Okay. This laser doesn't see. Oh, yeah, it's making little holes after you aim it for a while. Okay, does it hit the glass? It's something. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, okay, the shielding is working. How many hits is this going to take to get down the shield? I think we're getting through. As if this was a real attack, our weapons would be auto-firing. In fact, we could go to one of those enemy bases. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Okay. Lasers. Okay, anti-fighter lasers. As a group. Maximum range. Idle movement, sure. Target missiles, target characters, of course. Heavy fixed laser, heavy laser gimbal turret. Idle movement, yes. Target missiles, yes. Target characters, why not? Light lasers, same thing. Oh, maximum range, that's what we gotta do. Idle movement, sure. Missiles, characters. Excellent. Heavy lasers, they need to be at their maximum. Distance 2. And now we're going to destroy this old version of the ship with our super laser weapon. I have to hit 6 to enable it. Boom! Did we miss? I missed. Oh man, the shield's holding. That shield is holding. Wow. That means my shield's gonna hold too. That is a tremendous amount of power going into that shield. It can't stay forever though. Oh my god, this is amazing. Okay, well, I gotta say that the defenses of the S.O.B. Martin are formidable. How can this possibly still be holding up? Oh, don't tell me the ship's invulnerable because I'm invulnerable. What's this? No, its shield is somewhat down. Huh. Really? Okay, well, I tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to make it shoot, and I'm going to read comments as it shoots. G... Heavy laser. Number 9. Wait. Heavy fixed laser. There we go. Shoot on off. Oh, and our other laser shooting at something. Very cool. Mr. Miles says, yes, Voyager's my favorite. Go ahead, let me feel the hate. No hate, Mr. Miles. No hate. Just... wow, that you put TOS. And DS9 so far down. Joseph says, Mr. Miles, you forgot Discovery. Mr. Miles says, no, I didn't. Excellent. See, I can't hate you for that, Mr. Miles. Andrew says, I am near Kuroga, and I see the Kuroga tumor is spreading all over the ice lake. If you mean that we built additional shields, that is correct. Yosef is lolling. T-Bergs is bird of prey. Did you like my restaurant upgrade? If by upgrade you meant eat at Kuroga's and a random hydrogen thruster built in the middle of the restaurant and some locked doors which I promptly replaced, then yes. Active bird obsession with wind turbines is getting out of hand. Robert Adams, I will play as the Klingon faction on STO on PS4. Very cool. Mike Richards says that the alpacas have paint guns. I don't know if they do. Hector says paint guns were removed, caused errors. Yeah. Joseph says wind turbines kill birds. He's eliminating the competition. Agnes says, of course, the other birds can fly. Agnes says, at least I counted 60 wind turbines. Oh, that's not even counting all the hidden wind turbines. Azim, yep, that gun, that's all it was, gun strapped to a reactor. Yosef is not a fan of strap-ons. Josh Reed is lolling. Bird pulled a bird. Azine says, lol, we just look boring. Guess Turtistani engineers have no style. 1.21 gigawatts. Yeah. 88 miles per hour, says Joseph. Joseph says when Bird goes, he does not need... where Bird goes, he does not need roads or shields. Azine, Bird of Prey, how big is the Defiant core? It's a small, physically. It is a small core. But it puts out a significant amount of power. Max output is 3.6 gigawatts, whereas a large reactor, I believe, is 300 megawatts. So we're looking at over 10 large reactors. So surprisingly powerful for a relatively small warp core, which I just assume the Defiant warp core would have been a low-powered thing. So the shield is now overheating. So the shield has actually been working all this time. I don't understand if this ship's shield is working. How come my ship's shield failed so quickly when Thomas Potts killed it? There it goes! And there goes the ship to the ground. Oh, cut in half. Cut in half. But I mean, it took forever for this thing to cut through that shield. That is freaking amazing. Okay. Okay. Now it's time to go to one of these. Let's see. Headquarters, huh? The Spart District headquarters. We're gonna have some fun. Unknown signal. Oh, I've got to put this back on. There, no more unknown signal. Vaporized. Oh, this one's closer and says keep out. So let's go there. Ore handling facility. The laser should be firing. Yes. Yes. Watch it go away. Boom. It's gone. Instantaneously. The target is just destroyed. Let's see if there's anything left. Oh, there is. Not anymore, there isn't. Boom. Boom. Ah. This is what's going to be happening to Turtestan soon. Come on. There we go. Sorry about your ore facility. Oh. Okay, so now that we've been using our laser non-stop for like 10 minutes. Let's see. How much uranium do we have left? 49.9K. We used 1/10 of, so we used 100 kilograms. 100 kilograms. Yeah, this is 49.9 thousand kilograms. So we used 100 kilograms of uranium powering our heavy laser for like 8 straight minutes. Freaking awesome. That is definitely the Defiant warp core is the warp core to have. So now we're going to head over to their headquarters and have some more fun. Chris M. Collecting says, all hail Thomas Potts for his victory today. Another poor victory for their turds. Anti-Trigger says, well, when Bird drives, roads are not needed because they do not help. Well, that's just true because of any Jeep driver. Nicole Malo says, yes, he needs a mountain to crash into. Lol. Cinnabon says, pretty sure systems pull power from batteries first. Then the core fills in, constantly charging the batteries. Thank you. Actress is 3x3x4 Azine. What's 3x3x4? Oh, how big is the warp core? Azine says, thanks to actor. Robert Adams says, Star Trek 1. Star Trek is #1, indeed. Ms. Lindell says, lol, Anti-Tracker knows how I feel about TOS, and he still makes you put in the TOS view screen. And yet, I still make better TOS episodes than CBS. That is true. Robert Adams says, later. Oh, speaking of people making very funny videos, by the way, or good videos, as you made a very good video, Mr. Miles. If you guys get a chance to check out Surf Trektronics, he's got a relatively small channel, but he put together a hilarious bit on the new Star Trek, the new CBS All Access Star Trek, especially Picard stuff. But he puts his own story to it. He uses his own voices. And granted, yeah, the voices are, you know, they're not meant to be perfect voices. But it's hilarious. It's like 14 or 15 minutes long, I believe. And it's a lot of fun to listen to. So we took out one of their patrol ships, it looks like. So let's go down. Oh, did we get a hit? Did we take a hit? I don't like getting hit. I should shut off all the other lasers because we just want to have our fun. Oh, they're shooting at us. They're shooting at us. They think they can hit us. You can't hit us. You can't hit this.
Just a good old boy. Never meaning no harm.
It's nobody. It's nobody. There we go. Oh, too bad. Too bad. You used to have a base. And now, oh. Let's see, maybe we can. Let's see. Let's cut through there. There we go. That's disconnected. I don't know what's going on in there. Let's see if we're gonna get any nice explosions. Yeah. Okay. And you guys are still want to keep shooting at me. You insist on shooting at me. See, I tried not to destroy you. I did. I don't understand. All these lasers, they can't take something simple out? Why are my gimbal turrets not shooting at anything? Okay, well. Boom. 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 Our shield is still at perfect. I think we took out all their power. I don't know what that is on the ground, but it's gone now. What's that? Oh. Let's come in for a landing. Let's see this from the ground. There we go. There we go. Coming down. I wonder what the lasers are shooting at. Will my rear laser shoot at anything? Yes, they're shooting. I don't know at what, but they're shooting at least. It's weird that the front ones aren't. Okay, let's go inspect what's going on here. Now this is whatever was going on here is destroyed. What is this shooting at? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, we still got something here. Crew quarters. Oh, that needs to be eliminated. They didn't take any damage. Why is my ship burning? I think my own ship damaged itself. Because they didn't get to hit me. Could the lasers have blown themselves out? Huh. Okay, nothing could have hit this. Maybe something did get through the shields. That's weird, especially since I have decoys. And backup shield generators. What are these, bullet holes? Oh man, so we did take some shots. Maybe guns aren't as useless as they seem to be. A lot of bullet holes. Man, look at all those bullet holes. Anyway, we're gonna have to eliminate crew quarters since they damaged my ship. Yeah, try not to damage my ship and you won't have to worry about your crew quarters. Hey, Anti-Trigger, if you're still here, I don't know if you were listening, but Nerdrotic on his stream today said that he was listening to your stream yesterday, and he agreed with you completely that it was the death of Star Trek. The short track was the official, the death of Star Trek. Well, don't feel too bad for these people. They were Turdistanis after all. They really had nothing to look forward to. We're kind of doing them a favor. There we go. Okay, so the ship is successful in, let's check one more time, 49.8K. It is very successful in our testing. Let me finish off the comments and then, oh, it's already 6:09, then we're going to have to end the stream. Robert Adams says later. Take care, Robert. John Araki says alpacas with frickin' laser beams on their frickin' heads, indeed. Mr. Mouse says if Picard sucks, I'm making a TNG Destroys STB episode. Sounds good to me. Joseph says, Mr. Miles, I missed the post-credit scene. What GPU you bought? If I remember correctly, you're running a Ryzen platform. Actress says, well, T-Berg Chicken Alpaca Ship had his lasers attached down there. Mr. Miles says, Joseph, that's a 1660 Ti. What is the Matrix? Is Hail Bird of Prey 5. Thank you, Hail. What is the Matrix? Qapla. Actress is John Araki, 2 of them, Klingork fashion. Cinnabon, adjust your shields for kinetic damage. Well, they're at 50-50 right now, so. Joseph says, are you editing with DaVinci? Correct. And you're editing with DaVinci, correct. That is what Mr. Miles edits with. Sharon Moore says, STD, Jar Jar Trek, Enterprise. Oh, his, I assume it's his best to worst. STD, Jar Jar Trek, Enterprise, TOS, TNG, Voyager, and DS9, and number 1 would be my top track. Okay, although I would not even put STD on there because that is giving it a distinction it should not have. Chris M. Collecting says I have to find some of those new turrets. John Araki says Bird of Prey, you need to add the mod to add the truck nuts to every Kurogan vessel. No, Kurogans don't have truck nuts. What is the Matrix? I actually don't know what we call it, Bird of Prey 5 chat, maybe Alpacians. Well, I think Joseph's came up with the flock. You're the flock. So I like that. Josh Street says it looks like you have 2 shields. I have multiple shield emitters, but only one shield can be active at a time. But if one shield emitter gets destroyed, the second one backs it up. What is the Matrix? Also, thumbnail says October 3rd. Oh, I'm sorry. How did I confuse? I guess I confused the 3 and an 8. Chris M. Collecting says we did that test laser 3 servers ago. T-Berg says it will be real embarrassing if the first ship has more uranium than the second one. Cinnabon says you almost had it. T-Berg says Bird has reinforced shields on the other one. T-Berg says you didn't read the LCD screens or the monolith on the negotiation table. How about the for sale sign? I saw the for sale sign on the Bird Killer. Maybe the LCD screens were already fixed. What is the Matrix? Says it's over 9,000. What's over 9,000? T-Berg says promises. Chris M says offline is the only place Kuroga can get a victory. Mike Richards, hashtag sorry not sorry. Jason says Turtle Prey 5. Aaron Matthews says hey all, hey Bird of Prey, welcome Aaron. Cinnabon, you shot yourself. T-Berg, I wrote a new song, just the Alpacan boys, never meaning no harm. T-Berg says Bird of Prey, did you not get the memo? Gimbals have a glitch, lol. I did not get the memo. Aaron says, who is Bird attacking? Nobody. These are just dummies. And I don't mean Turdistanis. I mean fake enemies. Chris M, he is offline cheating. I'm not offline cheating. I'm offline. Mike Richards says, oh, the humanity. Jason Link says, Bird needs to go down like the Hindenburg. Oh, that's not going to happen. Joseph says, indeed it is already Wednesday where I live. Well, very cool, Joseph. You've made it into tomorrow. Mr. Miles says, Joseph, sorry, bouncing around a lot, but yes, it's a Ryzen system, an older one, not the new generation, but I'm happy with it. I never thought I'd end up liking AMD more than Intel. I just got a Chromebook. I was testing it for Mamo Prey as a possibility, but I also testing it for myself. Not that I would use it as a primary system, but as a backup or something. It's not bad, and it's got an AMD processor. It's an Acer Chromebook 315. The only problem with Chromebooks that I did not know about is that Chromebook OS doesn't have the very basic feature of letting you move apps to the SD card. So even though you can have 128 gigabyte or 256 gigabyte, I think they said even 1,000 gigabyte, a terabyte, whatever, however big SD card you could get, micro SD card you could get, you can only have 16 gigs of apps because that's how much how much memory the system has, and really half of that's already used. So, like, what the hell, Google? How could you not give us the option of putting apps on the SD card? It's so stupid. I mean, even my Amazon Fire TV has that option. Otherwise, it's not a bad system, and I got it for $200, so it's for $200 to be able to do as much as I could do on that. That's just goddamn amazing. I can't do video editing, but I can do pretty much anything else. And Mr. Miles says, and yes, I use DaVinci Resolve. Mr. Miles says, my world is upside down because of these AMD instead of Intel. I'm hoping to get Studio paid version as soon as I have $300 laying around. Really, what's the paid version have that you think you need it? I assume you think that you want it. Mr. Miles says, Joseph, thinking of building an editing rig. Nicole says, sorry, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, and there was a part, guy, those animals are tearing down the poles. What if they come over here? Gal, let them get their own taxi. Thought of Mama Prey saying that. Yeah, a scene from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, where the animals are tearing down the poles, and somebody says, what if they come over here? And the woman said let them get their own taxi. It's hard to explain. Aaron Matthews says, AMD is better than Intel. Joseph says, Mr. Miles, yes, playing with that idea for some time now. Mr. Miles says, it is now. Jason says, always used AMD. Intel never stood well enough for me. Mr. Miles says, Joseph, I have 16 gigs of RAM. I wish I had gotten more, so keep that in mind. Jason Link says, live long in alpaca, everyone. Take care, Jason. Joseph says, I'm planning for 2x16 upgrade later, Mr. Miles. Mr. Miles says, Birdie Prey, the studio version will allow me to upscale things to 4K and sharpen the images at the same time to keep things clean. Well, I have no... Okay. I think 4K is a waste, personally, Mr. Miles, but if you like it, then obviously you've got to go for what you like. There are a lot of tools that I can't access to. I just haven't gotten to that point yet. Joseph Patrick says, I hope I will have the spare change around Christmas. My wife spent the fund for Celine Dion tickets. Enjoy Celine Dion, Joseph. Mr. Miles says, tools like warping effects where I could say, force someone to smile where they're not smiling. Understood. Mr. Miles says, Bird Prey, 4K is only useful for me for editing purposes, not the final product, so I can zoom in on scenes without it looking like crap. I gotcha. Nicole says, got an odd sense of humor, I do. Yes, you do. And Mr. Miles says, 4K is great for that. Indeed. And guys, I've got to call it a day, because he has physical therapy coming in not all that long. So let me go. Thank you all for hanging out. And I guess at some point we're going to start building the S.O.B. Martin at our secret base in shipyards in Space Engineers. And when I take it out to destroy Kurdistan one day in the not too distant future, I will record it. I will not stream it because that would give them a heads up. But I will record the utter destruction it will bring to Kurdistan. And then we can all have a good laugh about it. So, hope you enjoy it. Qapla, take care, and good night. Mr. Miles' Bird of Prey, I could give you a list of things for the next 20 minutes. of things they want the studio version for. Understood, Mr. Miles. It's all good. Take care, good night, and good night everybody else. Qapla. Thank you all for watching my video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell icon. Without it, you won't get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdoPrey5.com, the new home of everything Bird O' Prey 5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdO'Prey5 or on BirdoPrey5.com. Take care.